Do you feel like you're learning and learning and learning Serbian? But once you try to speak, words just don't come. You become silent and quiet, and your ability to speak just disappears. Don't worry. Today we will cover some tips and tricks that can help you to overcome that fear of speaking just by practicing. Let's see. Let's dive in. The first and the most common advice that someone would give you is based on consistency. So if you can try to dedicate time to listening and speaking and try to do that every day, at least like for 5 to 10 minutes, because it makes progress. You don't really need to sit and do drills all the time, every day, each day. And if helps you better, maybe you can try to dedicate 1 hour per week to schedule your study time and to study Serbian or any other language. And that's the consistency. If you cannot do that and your lifestyle is completely different, then you don't have time because of your work, your travelings, you want to spend time with your family and friends, and life is happening all the time, then maybe you can try to go to a language cafe if it is available in your town. Not necessarily with Serbian, because Serbian is not that popular, but here we are talking about Serbian language and learning Serbian, so yes, that's the idea. If you live in Serbia, it will be easier to you, because in major cities like Belgrade, Novi Sad, Niš, Kragujevac, there are language cafes. I know that Božidarac has one in Belgrade, and then that in Radio Cafe people are organizing language cafes like for decade now. So basically just try to find some group where you can join and try to speak Serbian. But if it still doesn't work for you, there is one thing called TalkPol AI, which basically is you talking with AI. You can send voice memos and messages, and then that AI, that tool, will help you to understand your mistakes. But also, even though you're talking with like artificial intelligence, you can overcome the fear of speaking. What helped me was basically to start speaking. And when I had to do that, I have been learning English, for example, for decades before that time. It was a kind of presentation where I had to speak in English and there was no one to help me. So I had to stand there in front of people and be like, okay, Jovana, you can do this. And of course, my social anxiety just started to do, and then everything happened. But basically, I did that. And and when I did that, I was so proud on myself, and it helped me a lot to understand how people technically feel when they have to do that, when they feel uncomfortable to speak. So whenever you can, try to put yourself in the situation of speaking. Most of the time, when you are like on a party and then alcohol enters the chat, it helps. But like, I'm no one to tell you to drink alcohol so you can feel more comfortable speaking. But also, like, if you're at a party, just try to engage with people that speak another language that you're learning. There is one particular technique that is called shadowing, and shadowing is basically like you listen some kind of content, a song, and then you pause, repeat, and play. pause, repeat, and play. And that's how basically you are learning the phrases, language. You are understanding without, like, you don't have to understand the context necessary for this technique. You just like repeat phrases until like you memorize them. You can also open the lyrics and then read and listen and stop and repeat, and that's how it works. If you are like a higher level, let's say B2, you can do that with podcast. You can also do that with different videos like short forms on TikTok and Instagram. And that's another thing. Basically, what you can do, you can find some kind of like content creators that you like in the language that you like, that you're learning, in this case Serbian, as I said. And basically you can ask your teacher to help you find some people that like things, profiles, creators that would match with your interests. I hope that like this video helped you. It was all over the place, but those are like some advices on top of my head that I was giving to my students all these years, and some of them helped them because I intentionally understand them and initially would make a plan for them. So also, if you want to learn Serbian, you can book a trial lesson with us. Our individual lessons are adapted to all your needs, and basically we will try to adapt our plan to you as a person. That's the reason why it is called individual lesson. Write in the comments down below if you have any kind of advice to give us or your fellow partners, like people who are learning Serbian, our fellow students. And that's it. Vidimo se u sljedećem videu. Ćao!